So before you start your project, you'll need to assemble all your tools and materials. So you're going to need some glass cleaner and a cloth that's not going to leave fibres on your window to make sure your window is really clean. You're going to need a spray bottle, which can just be like an old kitchen spray. Just fill it up with water. To the water, you're going to add a few drips of either baby shampoo or dishwash liquid that helps the your window film to kind of slide around and not adhere straight to the window. You're going to need a roller, a craft knife, your squeegee. You can also use like an old library card or a bank card if you prefer, and your window film. So today we're just going to be installing a sample window film on our studio window. So I'm just going to start by cleaning the window really thoroughly so that there's no kind of grime or dust, including in the window ledges, because where the film sticks it will kind of suck up any dirt. So the next step is to take your window film. If it is not exactly the right size, this is the time when you would stop and you would measure and cut it to size. You want it to be a little bit wider and a little bit longer than your window. So about 2 centimeters wider on either side and 1 centimeter longer in length. That just means that once you stuck it up on your window, you can trim it off and it will be the perfect size. So our window film is pre-cut to size, so I'll just unroll it and just check it against the window before we start. So that looks perfect. The next step is to spray. You've got your spray bottle that has the water and either the dishwash liquid or the baby shampoo in it. You're just going to spray that lightly all over the window. So now we are ready to install the film. If it is a large piece, I definitely recommend getting a friend to help. Because you don't want to drop it, you don't want it to get stuck to itself. If it's a smaller piece, it can be easy to install yourself, but just err on the side of caution. Accidents are best prevented. So what I'm going to do, because this is pretty wide, this is about a 90 centimeters wide, which is kind of longer than I can hold up on both sides at one time. I am going to get a friend to help, and first of all I'm just going to start by peeling off the top edge. Of the backing peeled down, which just will make it a bit easier to handle. So Sarah's just going to come and help me hold up the top edge to the window now. It won't stick right to the window because of the water that's on it, and we can always add more water if we need to. Okay, so what you want to do is kind of align the top of the window next to it is about the beyond the glass, so that's why we make a little bit extra on our part. So while we're holding it up to the top, we'll start doing this. any kind of crease marks in your film. It's looking pretty good at the top. Just grab my cloth and just soak up a little bit of the water up the top here. You do want to keep holding it because it can slide down a little bit just with the weight of the film. So nice and flat on the window. You'll get some bubbles in here, which you'll slowly work out soon with a squeegee. You can also spray the outside layer of the film just to help with the smoothing process. So I'm just working my way from the middle out to the sides, just pushing out the extra water. You can kind of see the bubbles as you're working, so you just want to keep an eye on those and keep pressing them out to the edges. So now it's all adhered, most of the water is out, I think that all the bubbles are out from the middle now. So what I'm going to be doing is just soaking out some of the excess water now. At the top you can see, because of the size of the film and the way that it's sticking at the bottom, it can occasionally pull down the top edge here. So you just want to be aware of that in the way that you hold it while you're sucking out the water. I've got my cloth. Moved it. So there's still enough water in here that if you end up with a bubble like this, you can just pull it up and stick it back down. There's no kind of, it's not so precious that you can't kind of fix it. And it will stay reasonably like malleable while it's still wet, so you can kind of muck around with it if you need to. So again, just getting out the bubbles. Now you can see there's a bit of an overlap here. There's about that 1 centimetre extra, which is just ensuring that we don't have any gaps on the window. But what we need to do now is to just trim that off so that we can finish sucking out the water. And so I've got my ruler and my craft knife. The professionals just use a knife, but DIY. So I just use the ruler right up against the edge of the window here, just to get a nice clean line when I trim it. So pushing it right hard into the window. You can see the edge is coming off. So I've got that one edge done now. Again, I'm just going to squeeze it out in the edge to get out any extra moisture. Now just a final squeegee. And just pushing it really hard into the corners of your windows. I'll just wipe it off. And so again, this is just a DIY installation. If you've covered books, you could probably do it yourself. It does just take a bit of patience. And yeah, just watch a lot of videos. If you find more on YouTube, that will be helpful. And just give it a go. Cool.